Thank you for joining us for another episode of Cryptocurrent. Just one quick reminder. Cryptocurrent is a cryptocurrency and blockchain education platform that's bridging the gap between the curious newcomers who are just discovering the space and the thought leaders who are shaping its future. All opinions expressed by Richard Carthon, the Cryptocurrent team, and their guests on this show are exclusively their own opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Richard, the team, and their guests as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow as financial advice. This show and any other Cryptocurrent production is exclusively for informational purposes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cryptocurrent. Your host here, Richard Carthon. And today I have a special guest all the way out in Poland working on a really cool Metaverse play that also blends in a plethora of NFTs to your own space. We have Igor with Gamelounge. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Richard. Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for having me here today. And big hello to the audience that is going to listen to us.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to have you here. Looking forward to unpacking everything going on with Gamelounge. But before all of that, want to learn more about you. Can you give us a little bit of background on yourself?
Sure, yeah. I'm basically a guy with a few years, like many years already, actually, of expertise in marketing and sales in general. Beside that, a few years ago, I moved into the crypto space. First, like a passive interest, just learning the ropes, what's going on and what is it all about. Then moved to be a small-time investor, community builder, learning more along the way. I became an advisor for a few projects. And at this point of time, I'm a CMO at Gamelounge, at our very own project.
Oh, that's excellent, man. So a lot of experience in marketing, just like you said, trying to bring things out to market. When was that first experience? What was that first introduction into the crypto space?
I was introduced to crypto by my colleague, Marcin, who is the CEO of Gamelounge. So he's the guy we've met a few years ago already. We've knew each other for a few years. And he was the guy who was always telling me about the crypto, that this is happening, that is happening. Man, this is awesome. And I was like, just go away. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear about this. But at the same time, I was learning somewhere around when Ethereum was going up. I did not invest back then yet, but that was when I took interest in crypto in general. Unfortunately, I did not invest. Well, it happens all the time. And then slowly, with years, I was learning up to this point.
Got it. Well, you learn about the space. You start to pay more attention. Shout out to your CEO for like always nudging you a little bit, say like, hey man, you might want to check out this space. It might be something. And fast forward to now where you are the CMO of Gamelounge. So explain to us, what is Gamelounge and what are you trying to bring to the market?
Sure, with pleasure. I'm actually, I think, the most excited person in the world about Gamelounge, so I will try to share the excitement here. If I'm bubbling too much, just stop me. Basically, we started Gamelounge as a group of colleagues. There's 5 of us. We were all in crypto for a few years already. We knew each other in the real life, but it took us a few years, and for this whole gaming and metaverse hype to start, until we realized that we actually have like combined a set of skills that allow us to actually start doing something on our own, because we have few guys from the game dev industry, and with our general excitement for the whole metaverse stuff, we just started putting the whole team together, and this is how it started. And while we were brainstorming what we can actually do, at one point of my life, I used to be a gamer. I don't really have much time for that right now, but I'm still playing some games. And all of my colleagues, they also used or still are gamers. Like one of the biggest dreams for all gamers, I think, is to have this gaming cave, let's say, your room to be designed to be filled with different stuff connected with the games that you play. And this was like the starting point for us, that it would be really cool to have such a place, because in real life, it's for different reasons, it's often impossible to have such a room. For one, I couldn't have such a room because I never had enough place or time to arrange it. And now I'm doing that in the metaverse. And this is something really cool. I just love moving the stuff around the lounge that I'm building and filling it with whole different stuff. Because that's basically what it's all about. You, as a user, are going to create your very own personal space in the metaverse. So it will be like your house or your starting point for all your adventures in the metaverse.
Got it. So you have this area where you are able to be in the metaverse. It's a metaverse play, and you are creating a lounge for your different types of environments. So I'm looking at the website right now, and it's really cool. So you have different areas where you can kind of make it feel like old medieval, like Western. You can have it feel like an arcade room. There's a lot of different ways you can kind of put your own spin and taste on it. So can you kind of tell us like what the vision is for people to be able to come in and create this? Because kind of like you said, not necessarily physically being able to go and create and make the aesthetics that you want for your gaming lounge, but now you can basically go into this metaverse game lounge and create this.
Yes, exactly. That's how it's going to work. First, you must get your own lounge. Each lounge is going to be an NFT. So once you get your hands on your lounge NFT, which will come with one preset style of the room, you will be able to choose between the science fiction style, retro style, and the medieval room style. You will be able to pick one. You will be also able to pick the size that you want, starting from the smallest, the basic one, up to the biggest, the gaming houses, of course, different rarity and different prices for minting, etc. You can find all the specifics on our Medium article. But once you get one of those NFT lounges, that's the moment when the fun begins. You can start inviting your friends. You can start designing the lounge the way you see fit. You can move basically anything in the lounge. Everything in the lounge is customizable, so that you can not only move it around, but you can also change each furniture piece, accessory, etc. We are creating the first set of items that are going to be available in the lounge. Each specific item is also an NFT. So that to make all these adjustments, you will have to get a specific NFT that interests you. But then after some time, we want to actually handle this part to the community. So this becomes really decentralized. And we are going to do this through our decentralized asset marketplace, as we call it. And then if you have the graphic skills, you know how to do the graphic design of specific items, you can just create your own stuff for the lounge, mint it, and start selling it on the marketplace.
Nice.
Thus, like enriching the the number of available items for the launch. Of course, we will be also introducing all the time new items, but we will focus on those unique ones that we'll be creating in cooperation with different projects and influencers, etc.
Which is really cool. So you have a couple different lounges that you can play with. You have Retro, Cyber, the Medieval, and I believe one more. And basically after you have your starting point, you can then go in there and start customizing, adding some different NFTs and kind of making it your own, where you'd then be able to add and have your friends or whomever be able to come and have fun with you in the metaverse in this particular gaming lounge. And you can even customize, make all of this your own, and then sell the entire thing on the open market if you want to. Now, something about this that I thought was really interesting is the fact that you can bring in different NFTs. So this is an interoperable type of metaverse. So you can bring in NFTs from different chains. You can bring them in from Ethereum, Solana, etc. Can you tell us a little bit more about like how this is built out? I believe you said it was built on the Polygon network, yet there's still some interoperability. Can you expand on that?
Yes, thanks for asking these questions. That's a really great part of the game launch because, as you said, the token itself, the GLT, is going to exist on Polygon network, but loading the NFTs inside the launch will be fully cross-chain. We have a solution that allows us, once you connect your MetaMask or other wallet, you can use NFTs from different EVMs without switching the network. They are being simultaneously loaded into the game. So it doesn't matter if your NFT collection is on Polygon or Ethereum or BSC. You will be able to see all of them in your lounge because you will have those special NFT displays in which you will be able to display the NFTs that you own.
Got it. No, that is very cool. And basically with having this interoperability, having different people who can come in and have this be cross-chain, you can come in, have these different collaborations, like you said, with these various types of companies and layer ones, layer twos that can come and build within your system. Is the ultimate goal here that when you think about people, or when you think about the ideal person who's going to be utilizing this, is it a guys with a group of friends who want to go have like guys night by shooting pool, or is it someone who's looking to potentially make like a virtual nightclub? You can invite people to come and like have fun. Like, explain to me like what are some like scenarios that you can see people coming and participating in Gamer Lounge?
Mm-hmm. Of course, there are like two ways to approach that. As there are two main components of the Game Lounge project. The first one are the private lounges. So those are the lounges that will be owned by users. Basically, anyone can own their own lounge once they have it. And this part it's very important for us to be able to reach as wide audience as possible. As many different groups as possible. This is why we have decided to use the Unreal Engine 5 for the game design because it allows us for almost a lifelike experience. The graphic level, the level of graphics and lights, everything that is happening within this platform is really. It's really the closest to a lifelike experience instead of using some older, let's say, style of graphic design. Because in our opinion, this is one of the problems that many of the metaverses out there, they're kind of limiting themselves to their target audience, to players. Because our like non-players, non-gamers, going to enter a metaverse that looks like sandbox. For me, it's kind of hard to believe that this is going to happen, honestly. I think that if you want to reach as wide audience as possible, you have to go for this lifelike experience, especially if you are going to expand into VR, as we are also going to do. So not only gamers, but also like casual people who have like 30 minutes or 1 hour a day to spend some time playing different games. And this is why we are not creating also any advanced games like some RPGs or strategy card games, etc. We are focusing on very simple games. We divided them in 3 groups: bar, board, and arcade games. They are all easily accessible and don't require a lot of time nor skill to play. So we'll be able to play pool, darts, in future some card games, simple arcade games, etc. So you can just hop in for 30 minutes, invite your friend over, and have a game of pool with him. And then there is the second component, the public lounges, which will be owned not by users. Those will be owned by different projects, companies, KOLs, influencers, etc. And here this is like the business-wise, this is the most important aspect for us. This is where we have the biggest amount of work to do to attract different type of business partners to actually create their own representation in the metaverse. We are thinking about not only crypto projects, but also real life companies that would like to create their own space in the metaverse, to advertise in the metaverse, KOLs and influencers who through the launch will have like a whole new level of immersion and interaction with their communities. So that they can not just speak in some chat room, but for example, once per week, then they can actually meet in the lounge and play together a game of pool, which I think is kind of cool for this kind of communities. As you see, I could talk for hours about this.
No, and it's a good thing because there's a lot of options here. So you have your individual person, like you said, the person that comes in 1 to 2 hours trying to hang out, trying to go play some games and come in and participate privately with friends or a couple of different groups that they have, or even a KOL group. Then you have the public side, like you said, where you can have companies directly come in. You have these other, also KOLs and influencers could also make their own types of locations for people to come and participate. And the whole experience of this is to provide a realistic experience, right? There's a reason that you're using Unreal Engine 5. You want things to feel realistic. You want people to be able to jump in and feel like they are there participating no matter where you are in the world, and have it feel a little bit more organic and lifelike, even though we're all living in this virtual world that we are in. So from a timeline standpoint, I know that you are still building a lot of this out for people who are excited to utilize this whenever it's ready to go. When is it looking like? I know right now they can go on to the website and play with the demo that is out there. Can you give us a little bit more information on that?
Yeah, sure. We are very proud about this actually to have this demo released already. It was very important for us to have it as soon as possible to give the people the feeling of the launch and to show that we are actually creating something. Because there are so many projects that basically just have a nice pitch deck and cool looking website, and based on that they're creating the whole hype and like interest in the project. So we decided to go the other way to show something to people. I know it's not much, but this is a starting point. And actually this month we have a really huge amount of new stuff coming to the demo. As you are going to see most likely first games being available, some new lounges being possible to be explored, and first quest with some new NPCs appearing in the lounge. so that you will be able to participate in some quest and win different rewards. And beside this web demo, we are also working on the full version of the game, and it is going to be released hopefully by the end of this year. But it also kind of depends on the release schedule for Unreal Engine 5, because right now the Unreal Engine 5 that we are using is in early access still. So we kind of depend on the release, the full release of Unreal Engine 5 to also release our game.
Awesome. Well, a lot of big things coming out. Right now, we are recording this in April of 2022, so expect some big things coming out later this month. And whenever you're listening to this, whether it is in a couple of weeks or a couple of years, just know that there's a lot of amazing things coming to Game Lounge. I'm excited to see all the other future things coming as well. So thank you for sharing all that information. I want to just ask a couple more questions outside of just Game Lounge. And as you look across the world of cryptocurrency, NFTs, Metaverse, and where things are headed, what do you think is going to be the biggest key for more people who are now entering the crypto, Metaverse, NFT space? And as we approach mass adoption, like, what do you think are some key components to seeing that trajectory happen?
It's a very interesting question, and actually, I love this topic because I myself I'm a great believer for not only crypto but this whole metaverse stuff as well. So this is actually something that I'm thinking and talking a lot about with different people. I think that. Obviously, like the very foundation for that is to have like a clear legal situation about all that stuff that is happening. So before we see real mass global adoption, legal and safety, it comes kind of together. So before this real mass adoption, people outside of the current blockchain space, crypto space, must have a clear situation and clear view on what is happening here and if and how everything is going to work in terms of legal in different countries, because this is quite complex idea, and it's handled differently all around the world. So first and foremost, the thing is that the adoption is not going to go at the same pace in different communities, in different parts of the world. So this is the first thing that we have to think about. But beside that, in terms of like just simply attracting new users, I think that this gaming and metaverse hype and everything that is happening around this is the perfect bridge between the real life and traditional gaming and blockchain. I believe that this is a tool that has much more potential to bring global adoption to crypto than, for example, all the DeFi tools. The decentralized finance is great and it's really powerful and makes often life so much easier than using the traditional finance system. But often right now it's still too complicated. Whereas gaming and this in future also metaverse built with blockchain and NFT tech, it's much easier to grasp and comprehend and bring a really wide audience to blockchain and crypto.
Yeah, I think those are two great points. The first that you made around the legal pieces across the world of just making sure everything is in a place where people can participate, move faster, and make sure that they are being legally compliant based on their location. The second being decentralized finance. And the on-ramp to it is a lot more challenging than some other places. Like your typical person who understands games, because most people these days play games, whether it's on their mobile device or if they have a hardware device, you pick up a game, you insert the disc or download the game, you start playing, right? And even as it relates to blockchain, a lot of people are used to this concept. So there's less that they have to think about in order to start participating. Whereas in DeFi, there's a couple more steps. It's a little bit more involved.
Exactly.
So as that becomes more accessible and the on-ramp to it is easier, I think we get to more mass adoption as well. So Igor, thank you for sharing that. I think those are two really good points. And then just to wrap up with two final fun questions for you. With all the information that you have right now, after building and doing everything you have up to this point within this space, if you could impart 1 to 2 pieces of wisdom to yourself when you first got started building out Game Lounge, what would you tell yourself?
Don't rush. Don't rush and take your time. Because at the very beginning of project, when it started, we tried to do different stuff too fast. And it's backfired on us. Basically, just take your time and build slowly. Don't follow the hype. Don't fall into this mind trap that you have to do everything at the top of the bull run. Because if you have the fundamentals, if you have the project developed and you have a community that is believing in the project, basically that's all you need, and it doesn't matter if it's bull or bear. Right.
No, that's a great point. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people do get caught up in the hype of the bull cycles, especially as you're launching a project.
Exactly.
But the companies who we're seeing have a lot of success in this space are the ones that have a functional and working product and have spent time heads down, regardless of what's going on, just building that out so that whenever they were ready to bring it to market, it was good to go. People liked it, and the community are willing to stick around with something that they see and also believe in and that they can work with. So I think that is a really good piece. So, Igor, as we kind of wrap up here, what is a final thought that you want to leave with all the listeners here today?
Final thought. Well, just come into the Game Lounge.
That's a great one.
Basically, I would just continue with the thought that I shared before. Don't think too much about bulls and bears. Just think of the blockchain and cryptocurrencies as a whole, and keep doing what you are doing. And once you have everything in place, everything is going to come together at some point.
Absolutely. Great final thought. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and for sharing your time. What are ways that people can connect with you and learn more about Game Lounge?
I think, is it possible to post all the information somewhere below the video, because we have so many different media available right now, because we are available on Facebook, Twitter, Medium, we have the website, Discord, Telegram. There's just so much going on. But first, I invite you to visit our Discord channel, because this is basically the heart of the community, and all the good stuff is happening there. We have community calls with contests. We have like non-stop going different contests with awesome rewards in GLT and in Lounge NFTs. So if you like the idea, then joining the Discord is the best step you can make. You can even get your very first Lounge for free.
Awesome. Well, we'll make sure to share all of the links in the show notes. So everyone, make sure you go check that out. And if you enjoyed everything that's going on, make sure you go check out the Discord, join the community, and start to participate and communicate. But again, everyone listening, thank you for spending some time checking this out. Igor, thank you for dropping all the knowledge and giving all this information. And for everyone listening, stay cryptocurrent.